Welcome to Mountain May Creations. I am Jill and I'm so excited to be here today. It is Christmas in July. That is why I'm all dressed in Christmas attire. It has been a hot week and it's hard to think about Christmas being 6 months away, but it will be here before you know it. So today we're going to be making an adorable Christmas craft using drop cloth, duck canvas, some canvas squares from Dollar Tree, and maybe this, I'm not sure yet. So what you're gonna need is this is just the canvas that I got at the Dollar Tree. And what I'm gonna do, or what I did already, because I'm gonna remove the canvas off of the frame and do a reverse canvas. And so it took a long time to try to get the staples out, and then I ended up cutting it, and then I ended up stabbing a hole in my other canvas that I was trying to remove the staples, and it just was not working. So I decided to do this before so you wouldn't have to sit there and watch me fight with it. So I removed the canvas off of the frame, and you're left with, and I just like cut it with an X-Acto knife to get it off of there, because trying to pull all those staples out was crazy. So this is what we're going to be using, and then we're going to be using just some drop cloth that I bought from Lowe's, and then some duck canvas that I got, I think it was at Joann's, I'm not really sure. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put some folk art wax on the frame and let that be drying before we start on the rest of it. But before I do that, I'm going to cut the canvas on the frame. I'm going to go around it with a marker and then cut it out, and then because we're going to glue that on the other side. So let me grab my marker, and I'm going to be using this side of the canvas, not the white side. And I think I'm just going to leave the canvas as it is. Some people paint it, but I'm not going to paint this because the snowman, I don't know. Well, let's just get going and see. I'm just going to cut the canvas, and then we'll paint the frame or put the wax on the frame, and then we'll decide what we're going to do. So I'm just going to go around the frame with a pen, just so I know where to cut it out. Well, these frames, you know, they came from the Dollar Tree, so they're not the best quality. Just letting you know that. A couple of the staples, like when I was trying to pull the staples out, the frame tried to come apart. It was crazy. All right, so I've marked that. So let me set that to the side. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the wax on that. And I'm going to put it on this. This is just a silicone mat that I use to paint on and whatnot. And I am going to wear some gloves because I don't want to get this stuff on my hands and get it all over the canvas. And these gloves are ugly, but they serve their purpose. So there's that. I hope you guys have had a great week and a great weekend. It's been busy here. It's been super hot, and my guineas, oh my goodness, you guys, my guineas are getting so big. They're going to be flying soon. The ones that are like 2 weeks old have their wing feathers already, and some of them are getting up pretty high in the box. They have to be kept under heat lamp, so I'm gonna have to put something on the top of the box so they don't fly out. But they're so adorable. I just love them to death. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm taking a baby wipe, and I'm just gonna dip it in, get some of this wax on here, and I'm just gonna go over the frame, all over the sides and over every part of it with this baby wipe. Kind of gives it a stained look, is why you use the baby wipe. It really makes it look pretty cool. But that's what I'm doing with this. And then we'll set that in front of the fan to dry while we're doing the rest. So I'm going to go ahead and do the edges. And I'm not going to do the back because you're not going to see that part. But we're going to go ahead and do the whole thing. There's so many different things you can do with these canvas things. I saw a girl that I follow. It's called the Turquoise Valentine, I believe is her group. She's amazing. You should go check her out. She did some lanterns using these frames. Now, I think I'm going to have to try it because it was so, so cool. I don't have all the stuff to do it, or I would have tried it today. But I have lots of things planned in this group, you guys, that I think you're going to love. And if you are catching this on Facebook, share this page on your page. I would really appreciate it. It just helps me reach more people. I love to show and share crafts, DIYs. It's just fun for me. I love doing it. All right, so there is the frame. And we put the wax on there. So it made it look much, much better. So I'm going to set this over there in front of the fan to dry while we're doing the rest of it. Okay. And you guys, I finished the round that we did the other day where we used the torch paste. It turned out so good. So I used golden pecan wood stain. Look how pretty that turned out. I love this. I love how it turned out. It's so, so neat. And I used the Icon Art stencil kit to make the stencils to make the words and the guineas on there, so it turned out really cute. All right, so now what we're going to do is we are going to cut this canvas where I marked it. And we're going to make, this is going to be a snowman, and we're going to make him out of sort of like the way you make the rolled rosette flowers. He's going to be made similar. Very, very similar. And we're going to be using some buttons for his eyes and his mouth. And I got these little containers of buttons at Dollar Tree. So they have black and gray, and I think this one has some brown in it. So you can get those at the Dollar Tree. They're normally up there near the register. So they're not going to be like back in the craft area. They're like at the register on the bottom. If you need buttons, that's the place to get them. That's pretty cheap. Well, they're $1.25 now, so there's that. And this is just going to be like it's not a long craft. It doesn't take long at all. So I just cut out my canvas, and I'm going to set that to the side. Now, I don't know whether I'm going to put him in this or on the canvas, so I'm not sure. I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and do the canvas, but I'm not sure. I'm going to use this as his for his nose, along with a pipe cleaner, and then I have some ribbon for his scarf. And I don't know whether, I think I might do the red and black. I think that's going to show up better, but we'll see when we get there. And I have my heat gun, which is a Sure Bonder, and I use Gorilla Glue glue sticks. And I don't know whether I'm going to use this ribbon or not, or some snow maybe. I'm not sure yet. So let's start making the, I made one earlier just to see how big it would be, and this is what the bottom of him is going to look like. But I'm going to do 2 of these, and I just glued it on duck canvas because it's a little bit stiffer. So I'm going to make one bigger than a little bit bigger than this. So what I'm going to do is cut out my duck canvas circle bigger than this one, so that I know exactly how much drop cloth to put on there. So I'm just going to cut the circle out a little bit bigger so I can make the bottom of him bigger than that one. So I'm just eyeballing a circle. It doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to be covered up. But I'm thinking that I want I'm not sure if that's going to be too big. Yeah, that's a little too big. Let's trim it up just a little bit. Yeah, I think that would be good. We'll start with that one and see where we end up. And so now I'm going to take my drop cloth, and I don't think I have enough to do that, so I'll just start another one if I run out. But this is what I have left, is this right here. And I'm just going to cut it about 2 inches or somewhere around in there. So I just cut a slit like that, and I'm just going to pull it because it'll rip, and hopefully it's going to rip it straight. I think it's ripping it straight. Yep. And I'm going to cut off this part right here because we don't really want that. And you can do this just about however you want to do it. It's super easy to do. You can even do, I started to do the body with the duck canvas, but I just wasn't crazy about it, so we're going to stick with the drop cloth. So I'm going to take it and fold it in half, like that, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue right there, just to hold that together. So then we're going to start in the center. I'm going to put a little dot of glue right in the center of this circle. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing pretty good. Alright, so I'm just going to start right there. I'm going to let that sit there for just a second. Put you down a little bit. There we go. And so what you're going to do is you're just going to start twisting and going around. And then you'll want to glue as you go, so it stays down. But you want it to be kind of flat. So I'm going to start gluing that down. And you're just going to kind of go in a circle, and you're twisting it as you go. And then you're gluing it as you go. Sort of like the rolled rosette. It's basically the same. It's just we want it to be a little bit flatter in the center. On the rolled rosettes, you tie a knot when you start. This one, we're not tying the knot. And we're basically doing it the same way. We're just rolling it and going around. So you're twisting this, and then you're tucking it up under. So there's what we have so far. So we're just twisting it and going around. And have any of you guys started your Christmas shopping yet? I know it's kind of crazy to think about Christmas when it's 90-some degrees outside, but it's going to be here before you know it. So you just twist and go around. And just glue as you go. These are so fun to make. I love making the flowers, and the snowman was new. I hadn't seen the snowman, but it's a really cute project. If I can think of the girl's name that I saw this on, it was on Facebook. But we're not doing it the same way. We're going to do it a little bit different. We're going to kind of make it our own, because that's what crafting's all about, making it your own. So we're just going to keep twisting. And this is going to be kind of like a rustic snowman. It's not your typical white snowman. It's going to be kind of rustic and country looking. So if you're hopping on, let me know you're watching. Let me know where you're watching from. I always like to know where everybody's at, where you're watching from. It's just fun to see where everybody is. And what have y'all been up to? It's been so busy. Went back to work full-time in the office this week, so that was different. It's a big difference because my commute one way is 45 minutes, so it's a change for sure. But that's all right. We adapted when we went to working from home full-time, so we'll adapt going back. It just takes a little while to get used to it. And if you see strings and you don't really want the strings on there, you can just snip them off, because the drop cloth does have a lot of strings. I like the strings to some degree because it gives it that rustic look, and that's kind of what we're going for. And you can pretty much base on, like, whatever you're using to put your snowman on, you can base your circle on the area you have, and then once you get your circle cut out, then you know how much you need to roll to make your snowman. And I'm gonna be doing a live this week making some rolled rosette brooches to go on your jean jackets or whatever for the fall. I'm so excited for that. I know it's still summertime, but in the crafting world, we just move right along. I don't even know if they have, I think Hobby Lobby has their Christmas stuff out already. So we're just rolling it and going around, just like the rolled rosette I showed you guys how to make. So it's basically the same way. You're rolling it and then tucking it. And then I'm just putting a little bit of glue around as we go. And you see I'm running out of drop cloth, so I'm gonna have to make or get another piece of drop cloth and just start adding to this one. It's not a big deal. I have a whole nother drop cloth, but when you buy these drop cloths, like if you get them from Lowe's, you need to wash them in hot water twice and then dry them on hot, and then because that gets all the stuff out of it, chemicals or whatever's in there, and they're much easier to work with. And don't get the drop cloth that has the backing to it. You definitely want to get the drop cloth without the backing. It's just the plain drop cloth from Lowe's. And this is super, super fun and easy to make. I think it's going to be really cute with the reverse canvas. I may have to do another one with the circle, the wood circle I bought. I got that at the Dollar Tree, but it was $3, not $1.25. So you have to watch now when you go in there, because some of their stuff is not $1 anymore. Alright, so I have, I need some more of this duck, because I didn't start on my circle very well, but this is what we have so far. I need to cut out another circle, because I didn't go evenly. I didn't start in the center like I should have. So what I'm gonna do is just cut out another circle, and we'll put this one to the back of that one, and we'll keep getting it. But these are not hard to make at all. Super easy. And so I'm going to what I'm gonna do is just trim this one off, and then I'll glue it right on this one. And that will give us plenty of room on the duck canvas, since I didn't do it very even. And I'll start rolling the other right where I left off on this one. I shouldn't even be able to tell where I stopped. So I'm just going to glue this on this one. So I'm just gluing that on the circle, and then I'm going to keep going with my drop cloth and cut another piece of that. And And so we want to cut it at like about 2 inches. And then start tearing it. It should tear straight. It's one thing I love about it. You don't have to worry about cutting it straight. And then we're going to glue the two together, and then I'll just keep going where I left off on this one. So I'm just going to start right where I left off on this one here. I'm just going to glue this down right there, and then I'll keep going around just like I started on the other one. So I'm just gluing it right up against where I stopped on that one. And so you won't really be able to tell once we get rolling about that. So now I'm just going to roll, and just like we did, I'm just going to roll it and tuck it and then glue it as we go, so it doesn't come unrolled and it stays down on the duck cloth. I learned my how to make the rolled rosettes from Heidi Scott over on DIY Dreaming. If you guys are into it, go check her out. She does amazing crafts. I wish I could come on live more with you guys, but it's just been so busy. I'm hoping to be able to do more with you guys. Alright, so we're just rolling the drop cloth and then tucking it under and gluing it as we go. Super easy. And then we'll do another small one for the snowman head, and then we'll need to make a hat. And I don't think I did not bring anything in here to make a hat with. We'll see what we can come up with. We could use ribbon as the hat. And so I'm just rolling the drop cloth and then gluing it down, kind of like tucking it up against the other ones. So let me know where you guys are watching from, what y'all are up to this weekend. Is it raining where you are? It's been raining here since yesterday. We need the rain though. We really do. And it's been so hot. And it was actually chilly this morning, which I'm glad that it cooled off some. But my guineas, the Keats, are under the heat lamp still. They are growing so fast. And I wouldn't think that they would be cold, but they did get cold. Because I turned the heat lamp off yesterday when I went to work, because it was supposed to be 90-some degrees, and I thought they would get hot, but they were actually cold without that heat lamp. I guess their little feathers hadn't growed in yet. The 2-week-old ones, their feathers are coming in pretty good. I'm thinking about coming live tomorrow and doing another craft with you guys, but I'm trying to come up with what we're going to make. We may do the brooches tomorrow. I'm not sure if I have the pins to glue them on, but we can make them, and then I can... There's also a bracelet that I want to make out of a pair of jeans that we may do tomorrow. I saw that on the Shabby Tree. Barb on the Shabby Tree, she does crafts too. She has so many creative ideas. She also has a boutique, and they have some really cute clothes. Alright, so we're getting down to pretty much where we're big enough for the base of the snowman. think now is a good place to stop. So I'm gonna cut that off, and then I'm gonna kind of glue that in as we go right there. Just be careful with the hot glue because it gets really hot. So I'm just kind of tucking that in. And so here's what we have so far is this. Now what I'm going to do is trim up the duck cloth, and then we'll make the head. And I could use some felt for the hat. I'll have to grab it because I don't have any black felt over here. Okay, so now we have the base of the snowman, and we can put it, it's gonna fit nicely on this canvas. All right, so now I need to make the head. And so I'm gonna base my size off of this one. I want it to be a little bit smaller. So I'm going to use this circle as a guide and cut a smaller circle. So let's just start cutting this out and see. And you're cutting this circle just to glue your canvas, your drop cloth on. And I'm gonna try to make sure I start in the center of this one so I don't mess that up. So basically, here's what we have for the head. I think that's gonna be a pretty good size. It's almost that size, isn't it? Yeah, let's make it a little bit smaller. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing with the drop cloth. We're gonna cut it about 2 inches and then rip it. See, I'm cutting it about 2 inches. I'm just gonna pull it, and it should pull it straight. Then we'll start gluing it just like we did the other one. I'm gonna glue these two. I'm gonna fold it in half and then put a little dab of glue on that so it'll hold it. And then we're gonna put it right in the center. I'm gonna try to get it right in the center this time. Put a dab of glue right in the center. And then we're gonna start rolling it and going around just like we did on the other one. Except this one is gonna be smaller because it's his head. So we're gonna glue it as we go, and we're just gonna keep turning it, twisting it, and gluing it as you go. So you're twisting it and you're kind of tucking it under, and you're gluing it as you go, just to make a circle. So we're just doing the same thing we did on the other one. We're twisting it and we're gluing it as we go right around on the duck cloth. And if you like this video and you're watching this on YouTube, I would love it if you would give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me grow. If you're catching this on Facebook, comment something and let me know where you're watching from, what you think of the video, and make sure and like and follow my page. And also share it out to your friends and family. If you have somebody that likes crafting and DIYing, share it out. I'm also on Instagram, Jilly Von Photo. So many different outlets available nowadays. It's almost hard to keep up. Alright, so we're just going around. Twisting and gluing as we go. Has anybody started their Christmas shopping yet? I mean, I have not. I need to, but I have not. So I'm just twisting it, and gluing it as we go. The glue gun's getting... And I can put in the comments a link to my glue gun on Amazon. SureBonder is the name of it. It's been a good one. The only thing that is, if you leave it off the base very long, it starts not getting as hot. But it's a pretty good glue gun. And the drop cloth came from Lowe's. And it's just a regular drop cloth without the bottom, or without the backing on it, because you don't want it with the backing. And you want to wash it in hot water a couple times and then dry it before you use it. Alright, so we're almost done with the head. And then we can start decorating him, and then we'll be done. This craft does not take that long at all. And it's going to be a super cute little snowman that you can hang up. Like, I'm probably going to end up giving this to somebody. And but it would be cute, like for your office door or something like that. You couldn't really put it outside because the weather would mess it up. All right, so I'm about done. So I'm gonna just stop right here. Cut this off, and then we'll glue this down, kind of get it tucked in good. Then, once we're done with this, we'll cut the duck canvas off the back. We'll trim it up. Then we'll start with the decorating. I need to grab some felt real quick and make a hat. I don't know, maybe I'll have to make sure I have enough room for a hat. Maybe I made his head too big. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, we're not going to have room for a hat, so we're just going to do a scarf and the face. But yeah, that's going to fit on there perfect. So let me get the frame over here, and hang on. Okay, so here's our frame. so what we're gonna do is we're gonna glue the canvas on the back so it sits like that. So I'm gonna go around the frame with some glue and glue it down. And I do want to put the, I'm using the other side. This is the white side of the canvas that's normally face up. I'm gonna use the back side. I just think it looks more rustic. So I'm gluing it down on the side where the staples were, because you're not gonna see those staples. So we're gonna put some glue down across here. And I'm putting the brown part on that side. And we're gonna glue that down. So we have that glued down like that. Then I'm gonna put glue down the side. And I'm gonna pull it kind of tight because you want it tight. And we can go back and trim up if there's any parts that are hanging over. And then we're going to glue down this side. And you want to kind of pull it tight. Okay, so here's our canvas. So we have the wood stained with the wax. Now I'm gonna just go around and trim up any of the canvas that I see so it's not showing on the front. Oh, Wes said something again about making his hat, but we're not gonna be able to do his hat, are we? Because I didn't. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is glue the snowman down, and then we will make his nose. Okay, so now we're gonna put him in here. Now that head, wow, that's barely fitting. So there's our little snowman, and we're gonna do a scarf also. So we're gonna have to, he is barely squeezing in there. Okay, so I'm gonna glue him down first, and I'm putting the parts where we started and stopped at, or actually where we stopped at right here, in the top and the middle, because I want that to be where the scarf is gonna be. So I'm gonna put some glue all around the body. And then we're going to push him down right on the canvas. Just like that. Okay, so this is what we have so far. And then we're going to put the head on there. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put where I stopped at, right in the center, because that's going to be covered up by the scarf. And his head is almost too big. So now I'm just going to push his head down. Hold it on there for just a minute. So this is what we have so far. All right, now let's do some eyes. Now, I told you guys that I got these buttons from Dollar Tree, and I went in and already pulled out some of the black ones to use for the eyes. So let's see what we have. And his buttons down here. So we can do the 3 buttons there, like that. And then we can do his eyes. I can find 2 that are alike. These 2. And then we'll make his nose, and then we'll do his mouth. And I don't know, do we want to do his mouth with string or buttons? Maybe buttons. I don't know. We'll make his nose first. All right, so I'm going to not glue those down just yet. I'm going to go ahead and take my orange pipe cleaner, and I'm going to fold it in half. And I'm going to make kind of like a loop at the end, like that. And then I'm just going to twist it to kind of... I wanted the loop so we would have something to glue the ribbon on. So I'm going to take this ribbon and glue it together. I'm going to use these finger protectors. You can get these at Dollar Tree because it goes right through this burlap. So what I'm going to do is then I'm going to glue this right onto the loopy part. Let that sit there for just a second, and then we're going to just start twisting it around to make the nose. So we're going to kind of twist it around the pipe cleaner. And we don't need a very long one because he's not super big. So I'm just going to glue that here. Then we'll cut that off. Okay, so this is what we have for the nose. Now, I'm not liking this too much, so let's try something else. Just wondering, do I have any orange? Hang on, let me see if I have orange ribbon. No. I just don't like the way that looked, so let's try something different. We actually might be able to make it with just the pipe cleaner, since it's orange. I think we could do that. So I just twisted this up like that, so I'm going to cut this off. And I think we could glue it right on there. I don't know if I like the way that looks. Let me see. Hang on, let me get some orange. I don't have any more orange, so we could just cut the nose like a carrot. Let's see if I can cut it like a carrot. Yeah, I like that better. Yeah. So cut his nose like that. There went his eyes. With this is just burlap ribbon, so I just cut a little piece for his nose, and then we'll glue that down. So now I'm gonna glue his eyes down, and then we may use a pipe cleaner for his mouth. I'll have to find a pipe cleaner for his mouth. But let's go ahead and glue down his eyes. And I'm just gonna put a little dot right on where I want his eye to go. Put it down. And then we'll glue his little nose down. And I really think we need a black pipe cleaner because I think a pipe cleaner would look really cute for his mouth, and we can kind of bend it. Hang on. Let's see if I have a black pipe cleaner. I don't have a ton of pipe cleaners. We don't have black. Okay, sorry about all that noise. All right, I think that we're just gonna have to use buttons because I don't have any kind of black, I don't even think I have any black string. We'll see. All right, I'm not gonna glue his mouth on there yet. I'm gonna glue these buttons on, and then we're gonna do the scarf. And then we're done. And I mean, if you know somebody that loves snowmen, this would make such a cute gift. And especially if maybe you painted this up and put like some trees in here, that would be really, really, really cute. All right, let's see. Do we want red or black and white? I'm thinking the black and white. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut off a piece, and then I'm gonna cut the wire out of it because I don't want the edge to show. Because this is wire ribbon, I want it to look more like a scarf. And then we could maybe cut up the edges to make it look like fringe. Maybe, we'll see how that works. So just cut the edge off the ribbon. And then I'm going to cut this off. There's so many different ways you can do this. It would be so cute. I might make something like this for my office door. I love to have something on my door, especially if I'm going to be there now all the time. So this would, if you know somebody that is into snowman, this would be a cute gift. Okay, so I just have this ribbon, and I'm going to put it on. I know it's long. I'm gonna trim the end up, but I want to make sure, and I'm just kind of doing it like this, sort of like, and then I want to scrunch it in the middle. And glue it down, but I want to make sure before I glue it that it looks all right. So I'm kind of scrunching it up a little bit in the middle to glue it. And then maybe it's too wide. All right, let's see what we have. So we have his little scarf, like that. All right, I'm gonna put a little dot of glue right on his little neck here. And I think that we're gonna put a piece like, maybe some berries or a pine cone on his scarf right here. And then have, gosh, that's just, that glue is sticking everywhere, but where I want it to. And then we'll just have his scarf up here. And we'll have like a little, I don't know if we want a pine cone, I think it would be really cute. So I'm going to glue down his scarf over here. His mouth makes him look like he's crying. So let's see what one of these little pine cones will look like. I don't know what it's going to look like, but we will try and see. Well, that would be cute. Maybe a little sprig of greenery too would be cute. Just a tiny bit. Let me get my wire cutters. Put like a little sprig there and then the pine cone there. Yeah, that's cute. Really, really cute. So I'll just put a little drop of glue right there. I think his scarf needs to be. And now we'll glue this little pine cone right there. That is going to be so cute. And then we got to do his mouth. You know what I could use? I could use the wire out of that. The wire out of this would be really cute. All right, so now, what do y'all think so far? So cute. Okay, so now I'm thinking to put a little bit of, I don't know what this is gonna do, but so it's kind of already fraying a little bit. It doesn't want to cut. I'm just kind of cutting little slits into it to make it kind of look like a scarf. Yeah, this one's doing better. I don't know what was wrong with my scissors on that one. Whoa. All right, so let's cut some slits in this one. I might have to, I've got to clean out the box that the guineas are in, so I may be going live a little bit later to show you guys how much they've grown. Okay, so now all we have left is the mouth, and I'm thinking that we can use the wire right out of this ribbon if I can get it cut close enough, because it's black. We're gonna see. I don't think it needs to be very big. And like we can make it kind of like oh my gosh, like that. Yes, let's do that. If I can get the glue on there without making a mess. Put just a little drop there and a little dab over here. You guys, this is so cute. I am loving this snowman so much. Okay, so you guys, what do you think? How adorable is this? Now, let's make something where you can hang it. This is just some jute from Dollar Tree that has a wire in it. So let's flip him over. And we can just put a little bit . Let's put a little drop of glue right here. And let that dry before we try to pick it up. Then, don't need it to be too big. About like that. Then we're done. How's that, you guys? So stinking cute. So this is the snowman made with Dollar Tree canvas, drop cloth, duck canvas, ribbon, buttons, and a little bit of burlap. So cute. We could make one a little bit smaller and put a hat on him. That would be cute, but I kind of like him just like this. I think this is super cute. So let me know what you think, guys, about our Christmas in July craft for today. And that's it, you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this craft. If you did, let me know. If you did, if you like the video and you want to subscribe to my channel, I would be very, very appreciative of that. So Share with your friends and your family if they like doing DIYs and crafts. I would love for them to be checking these out and following me on my page. So again, I'm Jill with Mountain Made Creations. Thank you so much for joining in for our Christmas in July craft. I'm super excited that you were here, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. I hope you have a great week ahead. So you guys take care, and I will see you soon.